In this video I will implement different flip-flop circuits. So starting from the most basic one, here is a basic SR flip-flop. It has been made using two NAND gates. Here you can see this is a basic SR flip-flop. So set, when you give input at the set, it sets the output to 1. Okay, and when you give the input at register, it sets the output to 0. So basically they work in the opposite manner, but for both of them to be equal at the same time is an indeterminate form. For this we can change this indeterminacy by using a D flip-flop, which is basically a delay flip-flop. Here we give an input D. While using an inverter, we give the same input to the second NAND gate. So this makes it easier for us, because S and R, which is basically now divided into a D and D naught, can never be equal. So this takes the possibility of that input for 1 1 or 0 0 to be none. So we can this flip-flop is much better than the previous one, because we do not receive the indeterminate inputs. Here you can see we have given this clock signal, and for D1 we have the output 1 0, for D0 we get the output 0 1. So this is basically just a small difference in this flip-flop and the previous flip-flop, is that it has two inputs J and K. So here you can see, first of all, for J and K, when both of them are different, the output will take the value of J at the next clock edge. So here you can see the output is 1 when J is 1. The output for this is the Q bar, which is basically equal to 0. So if you change the inputs, so now if you change the input to 0 1, the output has followed J. The output is 0, and here it is Q bar, which is equal to 1. So the output follows J if both of the values of J and K are different, but when they are same, the output is not equal. So the next flip-flop is the master slave flip-flop. So here it is basically a combination of two flip-flops, but the clock signal given to the first input is basically inverted and then given to the next input. So these are basically SR flip-flops. This is the set, this is the reset input, this is the set, this is the reset input. So here you can see the input that is here is basically comes over here, and at the next clock edge it goes at that output. So basically this flip-flop helps us. Here the first flip-flop is basically positive edge triggered, and the second flip-flop is basically negative edge triggered. So when the input is provided at the first flip-flop, it goes to the next flip-flop, and it goes at the output of the first flip-flop, and then at the negative edge of the cycle it goes at the output of the slave flip-flop. So if we change the inputs to 0 1, so the output has also changed into 0 1, but it happens at the negative edge of the cycle. So basically this slave copies what is fed to it by the master flip-flop. So this was all from today's video.